I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Today is Friday, June 3rd, and we have one birthday today. Today is Valerie Reese's birthday. I'm sure she's out on the water. Well, it's Friday. She might be working. When she gets off work, she's going to be on the water fishing. I know that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valerie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Look at my shirt, Hawaii. Oh, how I wish I was in Hawaii. I don't know about the prices, though. Probably ridiculous there right now. I went to Hawaii in 1996, so this shirt is an oldie but a goodie. But when I bought the shirt, it didn't fit me. Now it's a little big, but it was bigger last year. That's the bad part. We had such a great time last night. I apologize for my video getting up so late. I'd like to get it up a little earlier for at least celebrating people's birthdays on their actual birthday. But our pictures ran long. Which was good because we had a really good photographer. The park is called George. I don't know why it's named that, but it's in Clinton Township, Michigan. And it's just like a popular place, and it was a popular place yesterday, trust me, because people go there. Christy had her wedding pictures taken there. The prom people go, because there's like a fountain. We got our pictures taken by a fountain. I don't think I showed you that video. And we did a lot of walking because there's a lot of settings inside the park that are perfect for taking pictures or videos or things like that. So we got there at 6 o'clock. Photographer showed up right away. He's Samantha's cousin. Cousin's son. That's how it worked. But he's a professional photographer. He takes pictures for the Detroit Lions. You know, he was really, really patient with us because there was a big group. And he took as many pictures as we wanted. There was like tons and tons of pictures taken. Sebastian wasn't having the best of days. He really wasn't having the best of days. But to his credit, every time the photographer would go 1, 2, 3, smile, and then he'd start clicking all the pictures, Sebastian did smile. Maybe it wasn't a true from the heart kind of a smile, but he did smile. And a couple times the photographer would like point out, like he'd say, "Oh, come on, Grandma, smile. You know, what's with it?" You know, like to kind of get Sebastian out of his shell rather than picking on Sebastian. So every little setting we had, he picked on somebody a little bit different. So, but like I said, we had a really good time. We were there probably about an hour and a half. It was a long time. We were there a long time. And it was a gorgeous day. It was like in the low 70s. The sun was still shining just a little bit. What was funny was that everybody had to keep taking their sunglasses off, but I forgot my glasses turned into sunglasses, so I have no idea. Mine might, when we get our pictures back, mine might be all of me with sunglasses on. I don't know, because it was a bright day. It really was. And then we all decided to go out to eat afterwards. And we had first gone to Red Robin, which I think is a national chain. It's a burger chain. But there was a 45-minute wait, and then across the street was another restaurant called Boston's. I don't know if that's a national chain or just local, but they sell burgers, pizza, things like that. You know, like pretty much anything that you can get anywhere. I know it's a little breezy. Hopefully your microphone's not getting too wishy. But so we called over there, and they go, "There's no wait." Got in the car, went across the street, and went and ate there. I had a turkey, bacon, avocado, half of a sandwich. I'm going to have the other half tomorrow because it's Friday. You know, I'm going to have tuna fish today. And then I know I can eat meat. I know that. But I just choose not to eat meat on Fridays. And then I had some French fries with it and a Coke or Pepsi, whatever. I always say Coke, but it was Pepsi. And then by the time I got home, it was like almost 10 o'clock. And then I had to edit my video and that. So I really didn't go up till about 11. But I had a good time. We had a good time. I will share the pictures when I get them. I had asked for my anniversary present for it to be family pictures. Danny's divorced. Jimmy's divorced. Christy's still married, obviously. and obviously Jim and I are married, but I have one wall that's just wedding pictures. And now that Danny's dating someone else, and obviously Jimmy's with Samantha, it's kind of like in the dining room when you sit down to eat and then you're staring at the old memories of the past. David and Alyssa and both Sebastian and Oliver have pictures of their mom and dad on their wedding day and stuff like that. So it's not like I'm going to banish them to the, I might hang them somewhere else in the house or just put them in a photo book or something. I don't know. But so I had asked for my anniversary that I wanted to have one giant picture with everybody. And then I also wanted individual family pictures that I could take their wedding pictures down. Christy's wedding picture will still be on a wall. I have to figure out a wall to put hers on because she's still married. So I'm going to put her picture up somewhere. But what was I going to say? So I don't know what picture. I told them to pick the pictures out. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the frames off the wall, and then they're going to reframe them, the pictures, and then give it to me for our anniversary, which is July 2nd. So I won't be sharing the pictures till July 2nd with you. So I'm curious to see which ones they pick. We had a lot of cute shots, a lot of family shots. I did individual pictures with my grandkids and then with each of my kids. And then Jim and I did a picture together. And then we had lots of group pictures. We had one by the pond. I don't think I showed you the one by the pond, but we had one by the pond. And then we had one by an archway with flowers, like in an arch. And then the one up those steps where Christy and Aaron got their picture taken. And a couple other places. I mean, we were walking all over the whole park. And it was nice. And we had some done by the fountain, too. So it was a good day. And it was just like, it's something I really wanted. We haven't had a family picture probably 10, 12 years. So, and then the two girls with when Jimmy took his family picture, which I did show yesterday, those are Samantha's daughters, Jamie and Jessie. So Jimmy's stepdaughters, my grandchildren too. That's why they're in the grandchildren shots. So but we had a good time. And then today I've already gone. I'm back now. We went and did our signed our papers for our will. We just did it in our little town of New Baltimore that I live. And I felt like, I really did feel like I was at Mayberry with Andy Griffith because it was just such a small town operation. It had a feel to it that you weren't like in a big lawyer's office. It was just very casual, and it was almost like it was Andy doing it and like Floyd the barber and Barney Fife were the witnesses. It was a good time. And then I started talking to the one lady that was one of the witnesses, and she just looked so familiar to me. I kept saying, and finally I said, you look so familiar. Did you go to St. Mary's? And she says, yeah, well, not anymore. And I said, you left because of Father, I was going to call him Father Stan. Father Charles. And she said, yes. She says, I couldn't take him anymore. I said, well, I don't really like going there because it's like the 50s. But I go, but I would rather go. I think I'm going to go over to, there's another church that's a little bit farther down the road. It's probably another 10 or 15 minutes farther. And she says, oh, that's where I go. She says, I love it. She says, it's a very nice priest. And I said, well, this one had the feel of the 50s. And she said, exactly. And I said, well, what really pissed me off is when he sold the piano. Oh my gosh, I opened up a can of worms with that one because she went crazy with that. Because I told you this, that we have a, I don't know if they're still in the parish now, but very wealthy patron in the parish that donates lots, or donated, I don't think that they do anymore, donated lots of money to the parish. And they had bought the piano for the parish on the understanding that it was the parish's piano, and this priest didn't like the piano, so he sold it. And then I didn't know, so I was talking to her because she was part of the bell choir, and I said, you know what, I never hear the bell choir anymore. She said, well, that's because he disbanded it. And she says, and what gets me really mad is that we all donated our bells, the cost of the bells. We didn't to the church. But what they did was they engraved our names. We had our names engraved into the bells, just as a remembrance that we, like donated the bells to the church for part of the bell choir. And she says, he sold those and we don't know where they went. She says, I would have liked my bell back. She's not that I could have played with just one bell, but she says, it's just the principle of it. And I go, I can kind of agree with that. So we talked for a little while about that. Then we went to the pool store, which you'll see all this later on in the video. But the same girl that tested my water the other day, I had the feeling the other day she didn't really, she just puts the thing in a little compartment, a contraption, and then she puts it in, and the computer's supposed to do the readings, and then she's supposed to go from the readings what you need. And so then she gave me some stuff to put in the pool, a pH thing, and that cost $35, whatever that one was. And she says, oh, put this in the pool and you just run your filter for 6 hours and it'll be perfect. So I did. No, it was even cloudier. If that's possible, it got even cloudier. So we went back today and she started reading it, and she says, well, your pH, and before she even finished, I said, don't even tell me that my pH level is low, because you told me that the other day. I put that $35 contraption stuff in and my pool is worse, so I have no intentions of putting any more of that in. Well, then one of the girls that's been there for a long time, I think she's part owner really, but I don't know, she's been there forever, and she come over and she looked at it, and then she took one of those little test strips out that you test your pool with, and she looked at her results and that. She said, well, let's do your test again. I said, yeah, because I'm not buying any more of that pH stuff. And so she looked at it and she said, I don't know why her reading was different last time, but it's a different reading now. No, I'm sure it was the same reading, and the girl just didn't know how to read it the right way, because she's a new girl. And so she says, no, you don't need this, you need that. So she gave me some other stuff to put in. And I said, I don't remember putting conditioner in this year, but I know that they change things every year. Shouldn't I have put some conditioner in? And she says, well, yeah, definitely you should have put some conditioner in. And she says, well, your chlorine level is too high. And I says, because I've been trying to shock it, because that's why it's so cloudy. And she says, no, it's because it's not absorbing the chlorine the proper way. So she gave me all this other stuff, which cost me like $52. But she said, you'll see results in a couple hours. I go, yeah, okay. And actually I am. I am seeing some results. It's only been 3 hours. And we have drains on the bottom of the pool, and you couldn't even see them before, and I can make them out now. So I think by the time I go to bed, the pool should be clear. Because we're doing Sophia's birthday next Thursday. Her birthday's not actually to the 18th, but she's going camping with Aaron's sister, her Aunt Amy, on the 16th. And we give money for gifts. We don't give gifts. We give money for gifts. And so she just wants some vacation money. She's no dummy. So we're going to do it next week. And she picked a barbecue. And then she says, but I only have one request. And I said, what? And she whispers to me, I don't want a burnt burger. Jim cooks everything on high, and the outside's burnt and the inside's raw. So now I bought him a little thermostat, a temperature gauge to put in it to test the food. So I said, okay, I'll make sure that your food is not burnt. He's doing a little bit better. And then I'm going to finish my book. I'm upset that I haven't finished it yet, because I usually finish, like, this is my reading time of year, and this is when I really go crazy reading. But I've just been so busy with the pictures and everything else. I got my flowers all in finally. I'm all done with my flowers. And I'm going to sit out here now and read. Get some. I was so tempted earlier. I don't know where it got in my mind, but I wanted to go to 31 Flavors, Baskin Robbins, to get a banana split. I just so wanted a banana split. And I was getting the cooler ready, because that's what I do. I get a little cooler and I put some ice in it, and then I bring it home and eat it, because I don't eat it there. And I was getting all that ready, and I go, why are you doing this? You get weighed on Monday. You don't need a banana split. Just have a banana. So I ate a banana. Not the same as a banana split, let me tell you, but I did feel pretty proud of myself that I decided not to go get the banana split. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get the... I had to think for a minute, but no, I don't want to go. If it was closer, I probably would go. truth be told, I would probably go, but it's a little farther away, so I'm not going to be doing it. But anyway, this book is really good. I really got to a really good part because it's very suspenseful, and it's just kind of the author is from Stockholm. I think it's Stockholm. Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden is where the author is from, and he's very. I like the way he writes, his style of writing. It's a different type of style from what I normally read, but I do really enjoy it a lot. It's a really good book. So I would recommend this book so far. I haven't finished it. I have about 75 pages to go, which I'm going to probably finish here within the next half hour or so. But I would, judging by that, I would definitely recommend it. So, but I guess that's going to do it. I'm going to try to close out the video early today. I'm going to show you my flowers and a little bit of traveling that Jim and I did this morning, and then that'll be it for today. So, but if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, the angel is back at home. Jim's parents gave us this little planter stand for our anniversary, for our, what do you call it? It wasn't even like our 20th anniversary. So we've had it for 30 years. Almost 31. And then we saw that yesterday. I went and got some more flowers this morning. Just did a little pot for the little table out here for when we eat. And then over here, the little table if you want to just sit in the Chase Lounge. It's a crappy table, but it was a plastic one we got. It serves its purpose. And then I should have probably got another geranium, but those will spread. Okay, and I did this little planter. I have to figure out, I'm going to buy another little side table to put over there. I'm just going to put that little flower thing on there. And then my other one over here. And I did come up with a solution for Sebastian's pot. I did put a smaller pot on the inside and just face it to the back. His name is on the front anyhow, so that worked out well. Well, we're on the move again. Today we're going to get the water tested yet again for the pool. I don't know what the problem is. It's driving me nuts. I've never had this much difficulty opening my pool as I am this year. I don't know what the deal is. But first we're going to go get our papers from where, Jim?
The lawyer.
The lawyer for our will, our final will and testament. So we're going to go there, get the water tested. Jim's got to work today. Same.
Same shit, different day.
Yep, okay, talk to you soon. Okay, this pool I'm about ready to close. Another $52. But you know what I came to the conclusion from, Jim? My hair is a mess, first of all. But second of all, I'm not going to let that young girl test our water anymore. Because I bet you that stuff we bought the other day we didn't need to buy. I think that the stuff we bought the other day we didn't really need to buy because she was telling us stuff we were supposed to buy today. And then the one that's been here forever, I've seen her every year that we've come, retested it and she said no, that girl was wrong. So I think that the other $35 we spent the other day was like $35 out the window. What do you think, Jim?
Oh, well.
Jim's rich. Right, Jim?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, okay, now we're going to head on home.